Hiya yogis, it's Lou here and welcome to your Maya Flow. Today we're working with one of the 8 limbs of yoga, one of the Niyamas, and specifically Tapas. Tapas is that fire and that passion that lies within all of us, and it gives us our drive to improve, succeed and grow. I hope you enjoy working with your inner Tapas today. I'll see you on the other side.
Welcome to your Maya Flow today, yogis. We have 45 minutes together on the mat. And today's practice is calling for some tapas. Now, when we work with tapas, and there's been a lot of this around of late, we are working with that fiery center that we feel flowing through us. It flows through us from our base. And there's been a lot of this for me this week, especially this past month. And I'm sure you'll all be able to resonate with this, with the changes and the frustrations and the effect that everything that happens and takes place around us has upon us. And when it's change and when it's something different to what we're used to, it can light us up and set us on fire. Now, that fire today, we're going to be working to channel through our spine, to unravel, to unwind, to work with a syncing, a yoking, a yoga of that energy. I have a quote to begin, and it's from one of my favorite texts, the Bhagavad Gita. Ooh, sticker came off then. To set us on our Dharma and our path for practice today. As a roaring fire eats its wood, so the fire of knowledge reduces the false sense of I am the doer to ashes. And when we work with that fire, that tapas within us, it can overcome us at times. And if that's some of the energy that you've been feeling of late, or if you're able to consider, drop in and acknowledge that energy in others around you. And that's the energy we're working with today, that free-flowing tapas. And I like to begin my practice with some routine. And today I'm working with Brave. It's a courage blend. And routine's important when you're working to calm your tapas and to learn to work with that energy as we find the routine and the consistency is a beautiful way to calm, to still, and to consume, if you like, a altar energy, one that is not just calming and soothing, but it's also cooling. It allows the ego to reduce to ashes. And that beautiful mix of the fire and the fluidity that we're able to utilize within our spine, mixed with our calm, cool mind, to know, to have that knowledge and that wisdom that we're able to consume our energy, utilize our energy as fuel, and direct it in whichever way we choose. And today, let's direct it to our practice. Begin taking a comfortable seat upon your mat in either Hira or Sukhasana, an easy cross leg. Making sure that you have your phones turned on silent or do not disturb. And settling into your seat and closing down the eyes and allowing already that energy to channel towards base by dropping in and feeling a heaviness around your ankles, your shins, your sit bones connecting. connecting into maybe the prop beneath your pelvis or the earth beneath those sit bones. And with the eyes closed down, I invite you to take your first conscious breath, deeply inhaling through the nose. And take a pause at the top of the breath and then open your mouth. Sigh it out and release. And continue with this beautiful deep breathing. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale, release. If your palms are not already turned, flip them now, resting the backs of the hands upon the legs. Absorbing and consuming that fiery energy that channels through our spine, through our Sushumna. And feeling it rise with the breath, feeling it rise from your sit bones, from the earth, and channel the entire length of the spine. And you may be noticing as you continue with your breath, some gentle light tingling sensations drawing from the sit bones through the belly and the entire length of the spine, reaching out of the crown, feeling into that connected state with your breath. And taking just one more breath in your seat today. Inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. And taking the palms and pressing them together at your heart center. And we bow down in reverence in that acknowledgement of connection. And as we flow today, we inhale, take the prayer to the sky. Release the palms and stroke the sides of your body, the sides of the room that surround you, fingertips connecting to the sides of the mat. And take a little walk with your right hand. And as you take a walk out with the right, left palm's going to flip and stroke the sky. And beautiful deep side body stretch here. And exhale, release and return. Left fingertips reaching, connecting to the mat, taking a walk, flip the right palm, inhale. Beautiful big right side body stretch. Exhale, return. And 2 more times each side. And sinking in your breath as you inhale, feel the length. And as you exhale, that contraction. And as we consume energy, just as we consume not just prana and the breath, but also our consumption of energy in the means of the food that we eat, the things that we absorb. One more time each side, yogis. And we find that consumption requires that energy and that tapas within us. And to burn up, to digest, to process. We process information. And double arms now. Inhale. And we process food. Exhale. And we process energy. All in the same way and all through tapas. Exhale, release, fingertips meet the mat. And if you have taken a sukhasana here, as we return, we'll be meeting now in a hero at the back of your mat. And taking your adjustment and finding your hero pose now at the back of your mat and finding your seat. We'll take the palms to flip and to rise. Inhale. Exhale, chin draws down to chest. Rounding out through the back body. Inhale, draw to rise. Gazing now to the palms, to the sky. Exhale, chin into chest. And this time, as you flip the palms and draw to rise, release the sit bones as you draw into your ballet. Inhale, gazing to the sky. Exhale, find your seat once more, chin into chest. Inhale, reach to rise. Exhale, your seat. One more time, inhale, draw to rise. Chin into chest as you find your seat. Flip the palms, inhale, draw to rise and hold. And this time as you exhale, hands draw beside the body. And take a roll of the shoulders. And sending the shoulder blades down the back, body palms to open. And space between the shoulders and the ears. And palms now flipped in front of the body. We draw to rise and sweep. Inhale. Exhale, send it back behind you in a floating, humble inhale. Gentle back bend. Exhale, humbly we float. Once more, inhale. Exhale, you're humble to hold. And fingers find the mat and caress as you take your walk, and find the hands beneath your shoulders. In tabletop position, yogis. Neutral spine, inhale. Exhale out the breath. Next inhale, tuck the toes. And pressing into the hands, the tops of the feet. Release the knees and find your plank pose. Simple flow today, yogis. Drop the knees, untuck, draw back your balasana, your home base. And sweep the mat, ripple the spine, take the roll of the shoulders, palms to the front. We rise, inhale. Exhale, you're humble. Hands to the mat. Neutral spine. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, plank pose. And you've found the basis and the foundations of our flow today. Roll of the shoulders, flip the palms. Now we find some tapas and some fluidity through this. Exhale. Hands to the mat. Neutral spine, sinking in that transition now between your inhale, your exhale. And not just that yoking and that yoga between the breath, but between the movements, the postures, your asana. Exhale. Hands to the mat and flip the palms, tuck the toes. We rise, plank pose. And already starting to drop in into the energy of the practice, the energy that we already contain within our body. Exhale. Hands to the mat. And tuck the toes, plank pose, strong, strong midline. And draw it back, balasana. Inhale. And draw to rise. And sweeping to your humble bow. Hands to the mat, your tabletop, your transition. And plank pose. So beautiful. Your final time, yogis, through this beautiful, slow introduction to your tapas and your fiery flow today. Exhale, your humble. And your tabletop. And this time we tuck the toes, find our plank pose and take a pause. Beautiful. Left foot embedded into the mat. Right toes, draw them to rise. Reaching towards the back of the room. One more breath. And exhale that right knee through center and plant it down and release onto that back knee. Release the back of the toes and take a walk. And finding a surrender. Maybe the forehead to connect to the mat or to your hands. And finding your first release through the pelvis. One more breath. And slowly drawing the hands back in, press into the mat, draw to rise, tuck the left toes. We're taking a rise now with that right knee and find a release from the mat. Left knee rises, right knee rises. And shoot it back, plank pose, sinking it in with our simple little warm up, drawing back to your balasana. Inhale. And take a roll of the shoulders, rise, sweep the sky. Your humble surrender. Hands to the mat. Let's take it to the left side. Tabletop, tuck the toes. Right toes this time, embedding into the mat. Left toes for the reach, drawing them towards the back of the room, sending the energy towards the back of the room. And this time that left knee draws in through center and plants. Release the toe. Unravel your pigeon. Once more, finding a bit of contact for the forehead. Maybe finding that connection with the hands, the fists, or the mat. One more breath. And slowly draw to rise. Hands beneath the shoulders, right toes to tuck. Release that right knee, left knee releases. And shoot it back, plank pose. Inhale. Drop the knees, balasana. And sweep the mat, and we'll ladder our flow today as you inhale and rise. You know where you're going for this first part of our flow. Hands to the mat, we'll take it back to the other side. Left toes to embed, right toes for the reach. One breath. Exhale, right knee finds your pigeon. One breath now, inhale to rise. Exhale to sink, don't get too comfy. And forehead maybe connects for a moment. Inhale, we draw to rise. And this time as you tuck those left toes and release that left knee, your right toes are going to reach back to that tapas, to that fire behind you, and find yourself in a pause for a moment before shooting into your first three-leg dog. Take it to the sky. Let's release into your scorpion and finding that right heel connecting towards the sit bones. And square it off. And release it back down to the mat. Ripple through plank pose. And drop the knees. Untuck the toes, draw back. We're home. And slowly slide on back. Let's take that to the left. Roll of the shoulders, flip the palms. Inhale to rise. Your humble bow. Exhale. Hands to the mat, tabletop your transition. And tuck the toes. And this time the right toes in bed. Left toes for the reach. And finding that long line of energy from those left toes out of the crown. And draw it through center, your pigeon. Unravels you as you take your walk. Inhale to rise. Hands beneath the shoulders. And tucking the right toes, release that right knee. Left knee floats to rise for just a moment and shoot it back. One breath here, strong long lines, and then send it to the sky, your three-leg dog. Maybe sinking into that right heel, and then we'll take scorpion on this side. Your left heel towards the sit bones. Your knee opens, finding space for the pelvis. And square it off. Let's slowly release back down out of your three-leg to find down dog. Take a pedal. Walking it out. and swaying the hips side to side and finding a warmth channel and run down the backs of the legs, the Achilles, the calves. And let's take a little rock side to side now, feeling into the outer blades and the inner blades of both sides. As you take that little rock and roll, you should be able to feel that length travel up the side body. So beautiful. And let's settle into stillness. Inhale, rise the heels. Exhale, melt them back to the earth. This time your inhale as you flow through to your plank pose. And drop the knees. Untuck the toes. We draw back your balasana. And let's slow it down and allow that fire now to burn as you inhale and draw to rise in a way that's not out of control. And as you slowly consume your fuel, it's within your control. It's within our power. Right toes for the reach. Let's draw it through center, pigeon prep. Drop that back knee. Exhale. And just as a long, slow fire burns with the right amount of fuel, we have the ability to breathe through, opening up scorpion, now fire, and square it off and set it down, ripple through center. And drop the knees, draw it back. Inhale, sweep the mat, roll the shoulders, flip the palms, sweep the sky and rise. Exhale your humble bow. Once more on the left as you plant the hands, tuck the toes, plank pose. Left toes for the reach. Left knee through center. Your pigeon pose as you take your walk with your exhale. Your inhale releases you from your pigeon, draws you to rise, plant the hands, tuck the toes, right knee release, left knee release, send it back. 3-leg dog on the left. Open up to your scorpion and square it off and set it down, that beautiful ripple and through toe tips to fingertips. And drop the knees and draw it back and find your balasana. And so beautiful, yogi. Slowly sweep the hands back and we'll take the knees nice and wide now, big toes together to touch. And with the knees just as wide as the mat, we're going to sink back down through center, maybe having a little more space now for the belly to drape through the thighs. And feeling into a little bit more warmth through the side body now. We're going to take a little walk off to the left side of the mat, far enough so that both hands can still remain shoulder width apart, but feel their way off the mat, sinking down. And with the exhale and feeling left side body compress against that left thigh. And slowly draw to rise. And take a walk off the right side of your mat. And exhale. And as you inhale and find your way back to center. And this time that left hand's going to extend. Right hand acts as your anchor as you press the fingertips into the mat. And take a gaze over that right shoulder. And slide it on up. Right hand extends. Left hand your anchor, tenting the fingertips, gazing over left shoulder. Lots of warmth now through that side body. As we sink this back in, draw the knees back together. Beautiful warmth that we can feel now through the side body, coming back to where we begun. The fingertips to the side. We're going to take a walk with the left fingertips. Right side sweep. Now exhale, draw to rise. Right fingertips to the mat. Left side sweeps. And side body stretch to reach. Now exhale, roll of the shoulders. We're back to where we begun, yogis. Let's put this together and add some more heat. Now exhale your humble bow. And fingertips to the mat. And tabletop your transition. Tuck the toes. Find plank pose. Right toes for the reach. Long, strong line. Knee through center as you tiger curl, but then plant and allow your pigeon to take shape. Inhale, rise. Hands to plant beneath the shoulders. Release left toes, left knee, right toes for the reach. One breath. Exhale, find that three-legged dog and your scorpion. And this time as you square it off, we're going to draw that right knee through center and find your beautiful strong tiger curl with the weight loaded over those shoulders. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale once more, as if you are preparing for a floating pigeon. Inhale, reach the sky. And this time, from your scorpion, as the heel drops and releases, you're going to take that right toe behind you to meet the mat halfway or just off the mat. And we're going to feel into a load and a hold, a balance on that left side as you reach right fingertips to the sky. And side body plank using that support with the right toes. Long line of energy from left fingertips to right fingertips. Right hand meets the mat. Right knee back into that same posture. And this time it plants. Your pigeon this time as you exhale and release down. It's going to draw you to rise. And that beautiful side body stretch that we've been working with. You're going to roll over the sit bones and find yourself seated on the mat. Long line for the left leg. And that right knee tucked in. Right hand plants. And pressing into that right hand and taking an extension of the toes on the left. Left side now, just as we did, is going to find that side body stretch. We're going to press into that right hand and press into the shin and draw to rise. And taking an even longer line of energy to stretch, to release through that side body. So beautiful. Right hand and left hand draw to meet. And you're rolling over that left foot, taking that right toe back to extend towards the back of the room once more. So good. The three-leg dog. And set it back up, your down dog. Ripple through center. Let's take it to the other side. Drop the knees. Untuck the toes, draw back. And sweep the mat, inhale, flip the palms, draw to rise. Your ballet as you find your humble bow. Hands to meet the mat. And tabletop, tuck the toes. Plank pose your transition, this time left toes for the reach. Long line of energy. Your pigeon, left knee through center. Exhale, sink. Inhale, draw to rise. And planting the hands, shoulder width apart, tuck the toes on the right. Release right knee. Release the left knee, shoot it back, one breath. Take it to the sky, inhale, three-leg dog. Your scorpion. And this time as you square it off, we're setting it up and building that tapas. As we draw left knee through to hold, to hover. Loading into the arms and preparing with warmth in the shoulders. Inhale, draw to rise. Exhale, back through center. So beautiful. Inhale, draw to rise. This time your scorpion taking you to that side body stretch. Your left foot resting down on the mat behind you to draw you into that supported side body plank. Long line of energy from the left fingertips all the way through to the right. Left hand to meet. Right knee through center. And plant. And take a walk for your pigeon. And as you draw to rise, we're going to take that rotation now on the sit bone to find your seat. And that long line of energy through the right side. Left hand plants on the mat. Right side, as you take the walk with the left fingertips, reaches into a beautiful big side body stretch here. I'm pointing those toes on the right. And you can take a gentle bend in that left elbow if that suits. Right hand meets the mat once more. And take a roll over those right toes. Left toes to rise. 3 legs. And set it back up, down dog. Find your ripple. Drop the knees and draw it back. And slowly slide it on back and take a roll of the shoulders. Inhale, rise. Your humble bow as we float in space. Hands to the mat, tuck the toes, plank pose. Right toes for the reach. Draw it through center, find your pigeon. Exhale. Inhale. And draw to rise. Left toes release, left knee releases. And shoot it back and take a pause for our breath. Right toes to the sky, your 3-leg dog. Holding here in your squared 3-leg dog, we're going to take it through center, hovering. Inhale, draw to rise, this time open into your scorpion. Through center and hover. Inhale, open the hip. And planting that right foot behind you, feeling into some stability for your side body stretch. And if you're feeling strong and stable already, let's release that foot and find a full, unsupported side plank. As your right hand meets, your right knee draws back through to float once more and take it to the sky. And so beautiful. And this time as you draw through center to plant for your pigeon, we're going to unravel, take that walk. Draw to rise. And then transition to our seat, rolling over to find both sit bones supported. Left toes for the reach, right hand plant. Inhale, left sweeps the sky. And that beautiful side body stretch that we found earlier is now going to find us in gate as we press into the hand, the shin, and draw to rise. Gate variation. And your gate variation is now transitioning into your full gate as you find your seat. Right hand sweeps and side body stretch. And flowing once more, left hand meets the mat. We draw to rise, feel that length through the left side. And this time we're staying nice and high through this hold. And finding the left hand running down the length to support you of the left leg. And your right hand overhead. And full gate pose. Lots of balance, lots of fire, lots of strength. Rebound back to the mat. Right hand meets, left hand meets. Rolling over that left side. Right toes, shoot them back. Find a release for your 3-leg and then set it back up on the mat. Ripple through center. Let's drop the knees and take a breather, draw it back. And taking our time to feel our way through the left side as you draw to rise, inhale, rolling the shoulders, sweep the sky, sinking it all together. Exhale, humble bow. Hands to meet the mat and tuck the toes. Your plank pose, left toes this time for the reach. Left knee through center, your pigeon. Exhale, unravel. Inhale, rise. Hands to meet the mat. And tucking right toes. Let the right knee release. Left knee releases, shoot it back. Take a moment, a breath, a pause. Reaching to the sky, three-leg dog. Keeping it squared off, left knee through center. Inhale, this time open to find your scorpion. Exhale, tiger curl. Your scorpion this time leading you to your side body supported. Right hand strong. Left hand reaches to the sky. Staying here in your support, or release the support of the left and find that full side body stretch. One more breath. And feel that fire within you. Left hand meets the mat. Left knee draws back through center. And take it to the sky. So beautiful. And this time as that left knee draws through center and you find your pigeon, melt down, one breath. Inhale, draw to rise. And we take that rotation, rolling over it to find the sit bones. Left hand meets the mat, side body stretch. And pressing into that hand, we draw to rise this time and feeling into the load of the shin on the left. Beautiful long line of energy. And as you exhale and find your seat, right hand channels down the length of the leg. Long line of energy, left side body. And let's draw that to rise and find full Parigasana. Left hand meets the mat, right hand to rise, press into the shin as you draw into the full height and full expression here. And pressing into hand, lots of strength through side body as you draw to rise. Right hand meets the right leg. Left hand opens, left arm draws to rise. Left hand back. Right hand back. Rolling over those right toes. Left knee to rise. And shoot it back and find a release just for a moment. And set it on the mat. Your beautiful ripple. And drop the knees. Untuck the toes and draw it back. Your Balasana. We're taking one final time through that flow. So if you want to crank your tunes your side, I'll turn it up this side. Let's be fed by that fire. Your hero pose. And fingertips extend down. And let's flow with all of that fire within you, yogis. Take a roll of the shoulders. And flip the palms, sweep to rise. And ballet. And exhale your bow. Hands to the mat. And tuck the toes, plank pose. Right toes for the reach. Knee through center and plant for pigeon as you exhale and unwrap. Inhale, draw to rise. And tuck the toes, right toes to reach your three legs. Knee through center. Inhale and open your scorpion. And tiger curl, knee through center once more. Inhale and draw to rise your scorpion. Right foot plants behind you. And side body plank, either supported or full expression. Wherever you are. Right hand meets. Right knee draws through center into plant. Your pigeon once more. Releasing the spine. Inhale and take it out to your seat. Right hand plant, side body stretch. And pressing into that shin draw to rise. Exhale, find the seat. Right hand reaches. And return. And this time that height and that flight that we had, your left side reach. Full left side body stretch. And then taking it over, finding balance, stability. Left hand extends down the length of the left leg. Long line, big balance on here. Long line of energy through right side. And let's take it back to the mat. Roll it over. Release right toes to kick once more. And take it to the sky. And set it back up. Down dog. Your ripple. And drop the knees. And draw it back. Inhale. And final side yogis. Take a roll of the shoulders. And sweep the sky draw to rise. And gentle back bend. Exhale your ballet. Hands to the mat. And tuck the toes. Plank pose last time. Left toes. Keep them strong. Your pigeon as you plant. Exhale and release. Inhale to rise. Right toes to the mat and left toes to shoot back. Stay for just a breath and then 3-leg dog. And tiger curl. Inhale, open, find your scorpion. And tiger curl. And this time as you take your 3-leg dog and find your scorpion, left foot plants behind you, your stability. And side body plank, long line from left fingertips through to the right. Stay supported or find your full variation of plank pose. Left hand meets the mat, and drawing back in and find your pigeon once more. And this time as you inhale and draw to rise, we're finding that seat now on the left side and taking a roll over on, so both sit bones. Left hand meets the mat, right side body stretch. And pressing into the shin, finding space. And exhale your seat and take it to the right side. And just bring it back. Once more, left hand plants. And find that rise, that height, side body stretch. Invite the neck into play too. And pressing into that left hand and slowly feeling your way through your balance, your tapas, your determination, your drive to find your balance in your full parigasana. Ripple and return back to the mat. Left hand plants, right hand windmills to plan to. Roll over the right toes. Shoot it back on the left just for a moment. Take it to the sky. And plant that foot. And your down dog, inhale. Sink the heels, exhale. And let's take a ripple through center. In your plank pose, now drop the knees. Knees, chest and chin as we slowly invite the heart to the mat for the first time today. So beautiful. Your 8-point ripples you through. And to find your cobra. And pressing into the hands, inhale. Beautiful, big, strong cobra, and all of that fire within your belly. And take it to the mat now and feel that fire, feel that warmth. As you allow your hands to draw to the front of the body to support the forehead. And take a roll. And slowly finding your way, using that left hand to tent you. We'll bring it over onto the back body. With the body at rest. And completely supported by the mat. Let's come back to the breath. Inhale. Open the mouth just as we did. The start of practice, exhale. Inhale. And feel the chest rise, the belly rise. As you exhale, feel the fall and the release and the surrender. One more breath, inhale. And feeling that beautiful expansion, that fire from your belly reaching, and the energy reaching out beyond you. Your exhale and your surrender, drawing that energy back in. So beautiful. A couple of postures now, yogis, to close us out. And let's draw the right knee into chest and give yourself a hug. I'm going to take that across the body. Left hand staying connected to guide, and that right knee across the body. You can draw that right elbow in alignment with the shoulder and gaze into the right hand. And as you find this gentle spinal twist, unraveling the energy within your spine, within your center. I like to picture as we take our spinal twist, and the spine as if it's a towel, an energy, the water that absorbs all day, every day. We absorb the negative and positive energy from around us. And your spinal twist, your yoga practice, and your chance to wring it out and release what's stored and store it back to center. Give yourself one more beautiful big hug, this time drawing that knee all the way out to the armpit. And release the knee and extend. And let's switch it over, left knee into the chest. And as we wring out the spine now, and through this left side, the right hand stays connected, guide the knee across the body as you anchor with that left elbow. And as you take your release now through your left side, know that as we wring out that stored water, that stored energy, we're making space. We've followed our journey, our path. We've paved the way. And slowly roll it back. Your yoga practice, your asana, your flow. Left knee into that, toward that armpit. And extend it out. All of that work, that tapas, that fire, all finding you to this point. And take the hands to the belly and palms turned down. And breathing into the belly. Feel the rise and the fall. And the ebb and the flow. And the effect your inhale and exhale has upon you. And slowly releasing the control of the breath. You can keep your palms rested upon the belly, connecting you to this place, this point, and this energy center, and your fiery center, where tapas is built, created, manifested. As you release not just the breath, but the physical body. As you have finally found your way home. And yogis, as you lie in complete stillness upon your mat, I invite you to draw the knees back into the belly. And give yourself a beautiful big hug and squeeze. And with that hug, that hold, take a gentle rock side to side. And eventually finding your rock and roll side to side all the way over to your preferred side. Releasing the grip and finding yourself tucked here in a tight ball in your fetal pose. Surrender into your fetal pose for one more breath, your new beginning. And from here, all of the space created and that your practice has provided, yours to do as you will, to do as you wish. And pressing into the mat and slowly find your seat. And coming back to your easy crossed leg, your sukhasana or your hero. And settling back in to connect and finding the sit bones. Connecting with the earth. And that long line of energy through your spine, channeling once more. Allow the crown to reach towards the sky as you take your fingertips to side body, flip the palms, inhale, sweep the sky. Exhale, hands into heart center, and finding your prayer. And closing out practice with the sound of creation, one single Om. We'll take a clearing breath to begin. Deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale to one single Om. Inhale. Namaste.
Thank you so much for sharing this space and journey with me today on the Mat Yogis. I'd like to leave you with our quote from the Bhagavad Gita. As a roaring fire eats its wood, so the fire of knowledge reduces the false sense of I am the doer to ashes.